What is good, my friends? I waited a while to grab these until a colorway I like came out and they went on sale. But it's the Nike ZoomX Zegama, another trail runner. Yeah, I know, but we're gonna see if we like these, compare them with the Nike Pegasus Trail 4 GTX as well. So let's get started. As you can see, the Zegama is like an amalgamation of other Nike trail runners like the Wild Horse, Terra Kiger, and the Pegasus Trail, but for the first time using ZoomX on the trail line. We've got an engineered mesh upper for breathability. It's nice and comfy, fairly stretchy, and it does moisture wick pretty well. Similar toe protection and comfortable stretchy collar and gaiter to keep debris out, as on some of the other Nike trail shoes. Pull tab around the back too, it looks good, but I always use the gaiter to pull my shoes on. Never use the pull tab. Sorry, pull tab. Sturdy heel counter and internal padding in the heel helps keep the fit solid and secure, and that continues with a thin gusseted tongue with minimal but some padding, and an engineered mesh vamp for breathability and drainage. The lacing system is similar to the Terra Kiger with those pass-through fused loops with some thin style laces. It works fairly well for me, but I've read others find that they have to crank those laces to get locked in, which can create some areas on the collar and top of the foot where you feel that uncomfortable restriction on runs. Others find no issue with the lacing, but food for thought, just be aware. Now onto the midsole, and this isn't the same feeling you'll get with Nike's ZoomX road shoes, as the ZoomX here is placed inside Nike's softest foam carrier SR02 in this implementation. The ZoomX is located in the forefoot and heel strike areas within the carrier, and there's also not a carbon plate, so don't expect the same responsiveness as the road shoes. There is a small thin rock plate in the forefoot though. The heel stack here is 37 millimeters and 33 in the forefoot for a 4 millimeter drop, and what you do get is a little firmer than the road shoes for stability, but a soft bouncy ride for mellower distance runs on the trails. Or walking. It's a great walking shoe too. This shoe was built for ultra trail running, and every review I've read said that the toe box doesn't take into account for the foot swelling that happens on such long distances. It's not a problem for some foot types, but a caveat nonetheless. The overall footprint is wider than other Nike offerings for stability since you have such a high stack height, but overall pretty stable on mildly technical terrain. Now onto the outsole. It's lugged up, as you can see, with the new design, but the rubber compound still sucks and it's just not meant for wet surfaces. Don't get me wrong, it's fine for all things dry. Just watch out if you're doing any running in the rain, like those slippery rocks or mossy logs. Otherwise, it performs fairly well on the gravel and loose dirt, going downhill or up. For starters, I think the Pegasus is a better hybrid option if you're gonna be hitting the roads as well. The fit, I'd say, is similar with the Zegama, having slightly more room up front. The fabric on the Gore-Tex feels more structured and less stretchy. It's definitely less breathable. I think the Pegasus feels a little more speedy and planted. You can really tell in the forefoot on the Zegama that it has a higher stack up front, and you can feel the bounciness of the ZoomX underfoot, but somehow the React feels a bit more playful. This all leads to a softer but smoother ride on the Zegama. If you're choosing a shoe you're gonna wear a lot casually, maybe some walking, a little trail running, a little gravel road running, grab the Pegasus. I'd say if you're more dedicated to the trails, you don't get into technical terrain, and you're more about covering long distances, I'd go with the Zegama. I hope I gave you guys some good information so you can make a more informed purchase. Thanks for watching. Later.